guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today's episode, we've got a few issues we've got to talk about today. Some I really didn't want to talk about, in all honesty, and some that's perplexing and complicated, and yeah, really don't know why it's happened. But these are the issues, and these are the things that happen in our reef every day when we have it. And yeah, something that we need to talk about, the good and the bad things that happen all in our reefs. But first things first, hope you're all doing well. Hope all your reefs are all thriving and taking off and stuff, and yeah, looking really good, as I'm sure they are. Well, first things first, what I think you'll notice is, you'll be looking and you'll be thinking, where's the other fish? There's not many fish there. And you'll be right there. And one of the main things was, I came down the other day, looked at the tank, but it was about 6 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't paying too much attention. I was just looking, just generally at the tank. It was still in darkness because the lights don't come on till 8 o'clock. Start to slowly ramp up by 8 o'clock. But then I noticed that only a couple of fish were swimming out. They were obviously swimming about as they do. But I just looked over in that corner, and I seen the crab, that big huge crab that I have, and it was actually munching on one of my Chromis. So obviously, shock, I didn't have a clue what was going on. I looked, I managed to take it out, and then I looked for the other Chromis, and I was like, where's that other Chromis gone? And lo and behold, it was wedged in that rock, just behind there in that rock where the little 6-line wrasses just come out. It was wedged just there. Now, as you can imagine, guys, it was a little bit of panic stations. I mean, I always say to people, don't panic and don't do anything crazy. But obviously, our first things first was, I thought, is there like a current going through the tank? Because, obviously we all know that can kill, but then the other fish was alive. So I knew that wasn't going to be the case. Then I checked all my parameters. Every parameter, guys, was perfect. Then I thought, as the Calquasser overdosed, but once again, if the Calquasser are overdosed, more than likely the corals would die, and obviously then the fish. So check that, made sure that the bucket was full, no problems whatsoever. But I didn't really have any issues because it is on the Versa, and really, to be honest, they're pretty bomb-proof. And yeah, really just like totally confused with what had gone on. 2 fish dying. Now, the only things that I can come up with, after speaking to the lads as well, is really this Tang. This Tang has got an issue, and it's been going around, like I've said in my last video, it's been going around bullying the other fish. He's getting to that boisterous stage, and he's been a bit of a nuisance. So obviously, the only thing I can think of really is that it was bullying, and it was bullying the actual Chromis. Now, was it bullying enough to the extent that it was going to kill him? I don't really know, but we never know, do we? In this hobby, we just see a fish for as it is. We don't know, what's going on, full term sort of thing in the tank. I think it wasn't actually biting it or anything like that. Basically, what he was doing, he was just like giving him a bit of a slap, and yeah, just basically just hounding him, which obviously, as we know, it can stress the fish out, and yeah, not be too good for the fish. So I'm thinking, as it stressed them both out, and then one of them's died, and then the other one's just basically giving in. I don't know, but that was the first real major issue of the tank this week, guys. It was obviously the fish dying, and now we've only got how many fish have we got in there? 5 fish now. So we've got the pair of clownfish, we've got that Tang, which is going to be removed soon. We've got a cardinal fish, which is swimming about somewhere. We've got the 6-line wrasse. And then we've got the little mandarin. There's the little cardinal there. Just doing his own thing. Minds his own business. And yeah, beautiful little fish. And then we just got the clownfish here. I mean, and then we have the female, where she's been getting, I say, a little bit battered by this Tang. but not as much as like what the Chromis was. So that's what I'm thinking has killed it, guys, because I checked once again to see whether there was any signs of illnesses like white spot or any sort of like velvet or anything like that. But once again, it would come on to these fish if that was the case. And yeah, there was no signs of anything like that, and even signs of bullying. Obviously the crab had a midnight snack or whatever on one of it. I'm not going to show you because you can all imagine, guys. And yeah, to be honest, I was pretty upset in a way. We don't like to see anything die or anything loot, you know, anything perish in our tanks, but you know, these things happen. But hopefully I'm going to get a few smaller fish, like I've said before. I said it on the live stream and I said it on the last video. I'm sure I think I did. I'm just going to start with a nice small school and community fish, I think, to be honest. Somebody said amphius, and absolutely, I'm all for the amphius for sure. I did have one of them in my tank. Well, I had a few of them and they were really nice, to be fair. So I might get, you know, 3 or 4 of them or 5 of them. That'll be a nice addition to the tank. And yeah, maybe have a look for maybe a blenny or, you know, a filefish or something like that. Something different, something small, and do away with these tanks for good. I mean, my yellow tang was, like I said, it was a model citizen. There was no issues with that yellow tang. She was absolutely perfect. No aggression, no signs of aggression. She just got on with her day, and yeah, she was as good as gold. But enough of the major bad points, guys. Don't really want to bore you with it, but yeah, that's an issue. But like I said, I like to show the good and the bad with my tank. It's not all sunshine and roses. Sometimes it is frustrating hobby, especially when you lose fish. But anyway, you'll also notice that I've done a bit of rearranging. The Lobo is over at the back there. Shove that right at the back again, where it used to like it there, to be honest. It's closed up. It's been there for about a day now. It's not liking it so far, but it will do. Trust me, in the next week or so it'll be right. And then basically what we did was we moved the what's it called, the rainbow chalice. We moved that from there, so we're giving this monitor a bit of extra space, and we moved the chalice over to this section, and it's loving life there. Just raised it up slightly, and you can see the greens and the oranges, the yellows. This, like, I don't know what colour it is, like a teal colour, but beautiful colour. Really enjoying it there. It's loving its life there. And then obviously you seen on my last video where this part fell off. Well, if you remember, I had my rainbow, which was at the back there, and you'll see that it's no more. Now, well, you'll actually see a little tiny piece there. And basically this Tang, once again, swimming about like an headless chicken, flew over, and somehow it caught it, knocked it off, and I didn't see it till the following day. And I know it was definitely that because it goes on a mad one all the way, you know, every evening. It goes crazy, back and forth, all the way around the tank. It goes round there, under there, over to the window, back around there, over there, and it would definitely be that. These fish very rarely go over to that side other than the Tang. And just as I speak, just having a bit of an issue, and there you'll see the Tang will just go right to the back. It always goes there. So obviously I didn't see this the coral being knocked off, and I had no place to put it. So basically I've stuck it here, and it seems to be doing pretty decent, to be honest. We're going to be getting the same par readings from it. Let me see if I can cover this. You'll be able to, the light a little bit, maybe you might be able to see. Yeah, not too good. But anyway, you get the picture. This is, it's put here, and it seems to be doing pretty good. Seems to be all right. The polyp extension is coming out on it, so that's a good sign. If you look at this Raja, the Raja's developed 2 more eyes now, so that's settled in really well. I'm really happy with the way that's settled in. Not lost any colour, really bright green, and yeah, really vibrant. The day glows, like I said before, my urchin dislodged one last week. And yeah, really peed off. So somewhere along in this tank, there's a Dago flowing around, or hopefully it's settled, and we'll find a big load of them. And I've basically put the last Dago on that frag rack just there. You can't see because of this camera, but it opens up, but then it doesn't. So it opens up and it doesn't. So I don't know whether that's going to survive or whether it's just been irritated to the extent that it's been a bit peed off and it doesn't want to open. But overall, guys, that's my eventful week this week. Like I said, it's been a frustrating one for sure. As you know, I'm still taking little bits of cutting from this green one. But what I did want to do is I'm thinking of doing another little project maybe of this frag rack. I'm going to buy some little bits of rubble rock, crack and coral, sell it, and I'm thinking of turning my frag rack into like a floating scape, you know, like as an extra piece of rock. I'm going to stick it just at the bottom there. It's just lower down. I'm going to stick it at the bottom there, and it'll act like as another piece of rock. And I think that'll look pretty decent, to be fair. I'm going to use some putter. Hopefully it'll turn out pretty decent, but only time will tell. We know what it's like with me. But yeah, hopefully that'll be pretty good, but we'll see. And another thing that I have done is I have changed the filter roll. When I look back on my last video, guys, this filter roll, the last video filter roll, sorry, that had basically lasted me near enough 5 months, and I couldn't believe how long it had actually lasted was 5 months. So yeah, really happy with that. So hopefully this one will last just as long, and stuff like that. And another final thing I do want to report on this last video is my Tunzi. As you all know, last video, Gary from Tunzi sent me the new replacement box, and I'm pleased to tell you that it's absolutely working flawlessly. It is keeping the water rock steady, and yeah, it's A1. Absolutely no issues whatsoever with it. It's been doing a job, and yeah, it's not faulted anyway. So it must have been the box rather than I was blaming the sensors and the pumps. It's actually the actual module box that was one at fault. But you know what? It's just like I said. It's just all about process of elimination, guys, isn't it? It's just try to figure out what part is broke and getting it replaced. But thankfully, it's all been done. It's all been sorted, and yeah, fingers crossed it'll keep continuing to work, and yeah, we'll have no more problems. But once again, guys, I think I'll leave it there for the time being. Hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit of a sad one, as always, but it is what it is. Like I said, we show the good and the bad in our reefing hobby, but it's one of those things. We do have more goods than bads, to be fair, and yeah, it's just one of those things. But once again, appreciate you watching the video. Click the like, the thumbs up, and subscribe if you've not already done so. If not, just click the thumbs up. It helps towards the YouTube algorithm. And even if you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down and let me know. Always put a comment below. I always get back to every single one of you guys. And if you don't come and watch us on this next video, come over and watch us on our live streams. Myself, Fish Palace, Jay's Real Reef, and the Bearded Reef. One of us will always be doing a live stream on a Friday. Check us out on our Instagram, and yeah, we'll go from there, guys, and you'll find out whose live stream is on what channel. So once again, guys, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys.